Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta again. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about writing and how our kids are writing and how we can teach them to write a little better, perhaps. I'm here with Jennifer Yang, and we're going to talk about Dearest.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. You got to start at the beginning. What was it that made you say, we could do better in terms of kids writing letters and writing, period? What made you start this?
Yeah, well, thank you for asking. So, I see an urgent need to invest in creative expression, especially in our kids growing up in our digital world today. I, like so many other parents, am just trying to reduce screen time, avoid social media, delay giving kids smartphones because intuitively we know there are better ways to foster the skills that kids need to thrive. And when I was a kid, letter writing was really the first tool I had for creating closeness with friends. And I think we're all just looking for those moments of deeper connection. And not only that, letters give kids a chance to work on those soft skills like empathy building, self-reflection, communication. And it's so important to show kids that letters exist as a tool for them because unfortunately, letter writing just isn't required in most elementary school curricula these days.
When you think about it, it is a letter. It's so much more personal, if that makes sense. It seems so much more personal than a phone call. It seems so much more personal than some other ways of communicating. And we just don't feel like the younger generations do that. We used to have pen pals. Do kids even
Right.
still have pen pals?
Well, I love that you bring that up. I too had a pen pal in middle school when it was a French pen pal that was coordinated through my French teacher. But I love working with educators to bring letter writing back into classrooms. We have this kit for home, but I partner with teachers to introduce letter writing as a lesson in their classrooms. And I love hearing from teachers about how much joy the activity brings their students because they tell me it's a writing assignment that their students actually want to do. And I have this kit here. This is a kit for use at home. And through these kits and our partnership with schools, we've helped kids write and send over 1,000 handwritten letters. And the kits have everything you need to get started, including this three-part book series I wrote, which really makes letter writing fun and relevant for kids today. And it also includes stationery and postage stamps so kids can start writing right when they're inspired to. So you have everything you need to get started.
Oh my goodness. Now, see, the other thing I think about when I hear about something like Dearest is parents and teachers talking about our kids not having good penmanship, our kids, typing all the time or doing this on their phones. This is going to help with that too, yes?
Absolutely, especially in schools, you might imagine students sitting at desks with pencils and books at hand, but the reality is a lot of schoolwork is done electronically and assignments are submitted digitally. So there's actually fewer and fewer opportunities for handwritten expression, especially as kids progress through the upper elementary grades and certainly into middle school and high school. So this is a fantastic opportunity to bring that handwritten practice back into schools because there is research linking the act of physically writing by hand by greater neural activation, improved memory retention, and even greater idea generation. So writing by hand is definitely beneficial for people of all ages, especially in young children when they really should be working on those fine motor skills.
Thank you so much for making time for us here in Atlanta. I can't let you go though without giving us a website. Where can we go to learn more?
Of course. So you can find Dearest and other products on my website at hellodearest.com. I also want to mention that I love partnering with local retailers. So you can also find Dearest at several bookstores in the Atlanta area. You can find it in 44th and 3rd Bookseller in Atlanta. There's Clubhouse Kid and Craft in Decatur, and also Poe and Company Bookstore in Alpharetta.
Thank you so much for all of the work that you're doing. And thank you for introducing writing and letter writing to our kids. It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was a pleasure to meet you too. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, please take the opportunity to visit the website, learn more, and stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.